Hello everyone, and welcome back to Whispers of Turkish Stars. I'm thrilled you're here, because today we're pulling back the curtain on the most whispered about duo of the moment, Mert Ramazan Demir and Afra Sarıkoglu. We're diving into the quiet choices and private rituals that keep Afra glowing on and off set, and how Mert's presence amplifies her aura in ways fans can't stop talking about. If you've ever wondered how her skin keeps that soft-lit radiance, how her hair moves like it has its own choreography, or how she selects pieces that feel effortlessly refined yet unmistakably personal, settle in, because we're laying it all out. And yes, we'll also touch on how Mert subtly coordinates and elevates the overall picture, the way only a true partner in style and spirit can. Before we get started, if you haven't already, hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a moment with us here on Whispers of Turkish Stars. Now, let's begin. When you picture Afra, it's hard not to think of that unforced charm, the kind of magnetism that doesn't need to shout. What's less visible, but always present, is the discipline, the nuance, and the near-ritual attention to detail that keep her at the top of every style conversation. She isn't about trends for their own sake, she's about pieces that breathe with her, silhouettes that invite movement, and textures that whisper luxury without screaming for it. On a red carpet, she'll glide in something sculptural and precise, then the next afternoon be seen in a relaxed knit, pristine denim, and flats you somehow know are impeccably made the moment you look. It's range with a point of view. And if Mert is with her, his look often echoes her tone. Never mirror matching, but harmonizing like a low note beneath a melody. Accessories are her secret dialogue. They're not add-ons, they're punctuation, turning a sentence into a statement. And the jewelry, the jewelry. She leans into minimal shapes with enough gleam to catch the eye without hijacking it. Slim bangles that kiss the wrist, fine gold hoops that frame her face, a single intelligent necklace that shifts a look from lovely to locked in. The handbags tell their own story. Boxy pieces that give spine to soft fabrics, compact crossbodies that let her move at speed when the day calls for it. Every choice seems to sharpen the line and finish the thought. When Mert steps out beside her, you'll see the complement: clean watches, a belt with a quiet buckle, a jacket that knows when to relax and when to stand tall. Together, it's orchestration without a conductor's baton, all instinct and rhythm. What truly sets Afra apart is the way she plays with shape. She respects her proportions and honors them, choosing cuts that trace her frame with a light hand. Dresses that gather at the waist without squeezing it, bias cuts that skim rather than cling, suiting that borrow structure without losing softness. Two-piece sets are a recurring language in her wardrobe. A blazer that sits just so on the shoulder, trousers that fall with intent, or denim that's crisp at the waist and easy at the ankle. She gravitates toward fabrics with presence. Silk that drapes like water, linen that breathes and softens, fine wools that hold an outline. The tailoring is meticulous, even when the vibe is relaxed. She might be in a tee and trousers, but the hem hits exactly where it should, and the seam lays flat like it was drawn on her. Color is a conversation she speaks fluently. The backbone of her palette lives in neutrals: white that reads luminous, black that feels like velvet, beige with warmth, and gray that's never flat. That quiet base gives her room to punctuate with a single decisive tone: a bitter cherry bag, a soft sage blazer, a dress with a print that wakes the eye without overwhelming it. Pastels do beautiful things for her complexion: think peach that reads as light on the skin, or a powder blue that suggests morning light. It's never guesswork, it's tuned to her undertone. Watch closely when Mert is there. He'll pick up the echo. A deep navy that grounds her airy palette, a cream shirt that underlines her blush tone, sneakers that hold a whisper of the color she's wearing. They fit together visually like a secret handshake. Now let's step into the sanctuary of her beauty routine, where restraint meets strategy. The first thing you notice, and it's impossible not to, is the light in her skin. It isn't a highlighter trick, it's the glow that comes from loyalty to good habits. Hydration is non-negotiable with her. Water first, always, and you'll see it in the way her skin keeps its softness even after long shoots. Day and night, moisturizers that plump rather than pile, formulas that feed instead of smother. Think of textures that vanish into the skin but leave a full, calm bounce behind. Hyaluronic acid to draw in moisture, glycerin to hold it, and botanical oils used with a subtle touch. She's not chasing a sheen, she's curating health. Sun protection is the quiet hero she never forgets. Rain or shine, she treats SPF like a daily accessory, one you can't see but would miss if it weren't there. Broad spectrum, high protection, applied before the rest of the world sees her face. This is how she keeps blotches and early lines at bay, how she protects the investment she makes with care and time. Cleansing is just as serious. She believes in lifting away the day in 2 steps. A balm or oil that dissolves makeup in the city's dust, followed by a water-based cleanser that leaves no film, just clarity. It's preparation as much as purification, clean skin receives, and receiving skin changes. From there, it's targeted support. Vitamin C for the morning brightness and that protective shield against the urban rush. Niacinamide to refine texture, quiet redness, and coax pores into better behavior. She chooses serums not by height but by how they fit into the whole. Exfoliation is gentle and patient. She favors acids used with a soft hand, just enough to encourage turnover, never so much that the skin protests. This is the rhythm: remove, replenish, protect. And consistency is the chorus. Over time, it stacks into that lit from within calm her fans have learned to recognize from across a room. Makeup, for Afra, is an enhancer, not a mask. Her mantra may as well be written across her vanity: less, but better. On most days, she evens without erasing. A light base that lets freckles in life remain, a pinpoint concealer where needed, a wash of cream blush popped high on the cheek to open the face. Mascara that lifts rather than clumps, brushed brows that look like themselves, only more organized. For shades, she gravitates to pinks and peaches that red as breath rather than paint, tones that warm her naturally and catch the light. If you spot her between takes, it's this version of her you'll likely see, fresh and awake, never overdone. When the occasion calls for more, she knows how to dial it up without losing the room. A whisper of eyeliner to trace the lash line and make the eyes speak a little louder. Earth tones for shadow, tans and siennas that sculpt softly, chocolate at the edges for depth. Lips move with the mood, a dignified nude to accompany a power suit, a tender pink for a daytime premiere, or a decisive red when the moment deserves punctuation. The finish is always careful, skin still looking like skin. Whether she's working with a trusted artist or doing it herself, the application tells you the same story, considered, never chaotic. Hair is the crown that never slips. What makes hers so compelling is how alive it looks, even when it's sleek. Care is the foundation: shampoos that cleanse without stripping, conditioners that slip through strands like they belong there. Weekly masks that nourish without weight, a ritual that keeps ends glossy and the lengths resilient. Heat is a tool, not a habit. She protects before the blow dryer or the iron ever gets close, and when she finishes, hair moves, not just sits. One day it's a polished straight that throws light, another it's an easy wave that suggests salt and sun, then a clean bun that says minimal, not severe. The through line is polish. Even the casual looks have intention. It's also worth saying how gracefully Mert fits into this world of detail. He is no afterthought in their public story. His tailoring is sharp when it needs to be, unbuttoned when it should breathe. He'll match her energy rather than her outfit, aligning silhouettes and textures so the two of them read as one narrative. A softened leather jacket next to her silk slip dress. A crisp suit when she's in something architectural. Sneakers that whisper the same color family as her bag. This is couple styling at its most intelligent, cohesion without costume. All of it, fashion, beauty, grooming, rests on a few shared beliefs they live by. Choose quality over quantity. Let fit and fabric lead the conversation. Play within a palette that loves you back. Protect your skin like it's priceless. Build your routine around what works, then stay with it long enough to see it bloom. This is how Afra and Mert keep surprising us while remaining themselves. There's no frantic reinvention, just refinement. You'll catch it in the way a blazer holds her shoulders, in the way his shirt schemes, in the glow of her cheek at golden hour. It reads as effortless, but effort is quietly everywhere. So, to gather the threads, Afra's style thrives on versatility, the quiet power of accessories, silhouettes that honor her shape, and materials that carry weight and grace. Her color sense amplifies her features without fighting them, while Mert's choices harmonize with hers to create a shared visual story. In beauty, her radiance is the result of devotion to hydration, vigilant sun protection, and a cleansing routine that keeps the skin receptive. Strategic serums and thoughtful exfoliation add the polish, while her makeup celebrates the person beneath with pinks and peaches that glow rather than cover. Her hair tells the tale of consistency and care, always healthy, always intentional. Together, their presence feels complete, two styles in concert, two routines aligned by a similar philosophy. Tell me what you think. Which of Afra's quiet tricks have you tried or wanted to try? Did any detail about Mert's supporting style surprise you? I love hearing your take, and your comments always spark the best conversations here. If this deep dive gave you ideas for your own closet or your own bathroom shelf, pass it along to a friend who'd love it too. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Whispers of Turkish Stars, then tap that bell so you never miss our next rendezvous. Thank you for spending this time with me. Until the next video, keep your glow steady and your style true.